Hey there, Sovereigns. Monica Grace from cardreadingqueen.com here, and today I'm doing a video about why does my twin soul not acknowledge that we are twin souls. So this is going to be a really fun reading. I'm going to get started with the shuffling. I just wanted to let you know that this is going to have a semi-personal reading attached to it, or a extended reading, sometimes it's called. And that reading is going to be available at cardreadingqueen.com/2020 readings. So you can go check it out there. Basically it's sold as a bundle, and that's fun. The lovers on the bottom of this deck. It's sold as a bundle, and the idea there is that you will get at least 50 situational readings as part of that bundle, plus about monthly zodiac sign readings. And so what the situational reading is, and that's what this is, by the way, I'm doing a situational reading on this. But the idea for a situational reading is that we're not tapping into any timely energies. So we're not tapping into cosmic energies. We're not tapping into the collective energies of the twin soul world. Instead, we're tapping into the energies of a specific situation. So the situational energies. So if you are experiencing this at any time, you can go ahead and watch this video. If this is a question that's been on your mind about your own relationship. So again, if you want to get that, I recommend, so what I would do for any videos on my channel is that you want to watch the video in full, see if the energies are resonating with you, see if it's tapping into your situation and the energy of your situation. And if it is, then that is when you would get the semi-personal readings. And the semi-personal readings, the idea there is that I don't have time to do personal readings right now because I just had a baby. So I don't know if I'm going to open that up again, but I don't have time to do it now. And because of that, I'm doing these semi-personal readings instead. And so that's been pretty good. So go to cardreadingqueen.com/2020 readings if you want to learn more about that bundle. And you'll be getting all the readings for 2020 if you sign up. And you'll be able to see all of the readings for previous months as well. So whenever you're coming to this, any reading that's done in 2020, you will have access to that. All right, so let's get started with this. So why won't my twin soul acknowledge that we are twin souls? So we got the DM energies. These are just overall energies that I'm pulling right now. The seed. Okay. All right. So let's look at what's going on with the masculine right now. We have the gem and we have the shaman. Interestingly, the shaman card has this diamond here. So thematically, very similar. It also, I think this is a pearl. Maybe it's not, but I don't know. It looks like one to me. So what's going on with the masculine regarding this? Basically, they view the relationship as special. They know it's different. It's not that they don't know that this is a twin soul relationship. It may just be that they don't have the words right now to put around that, or that they have heard of twin souls, but they don't fully understand what that means. But what this is saying is that they do have an understanding of what the relationship is. So energetically, they can feel what's going on with the twin soul piece. On this side for the feminine, so we have the seed and the destroyer. And thematically, this is very gemstone-y. Thematically, this side looks very, it looks like seeds to me. This looks like a seed. You can see some seeds here. So what I wanted to say about that is that the feminine is planting a lot of seeds around the vocabulary for this connection. And at the same time, there is something that's destroying it, destroying these seeds and not allowing them to sprout. Either, to me, it seems like in the masculine. So it seems a little bit like the feminine is trying to get the masculine to acknowledge this connection, with this specific vocabulary and this specific wording. It might not be, though. It could also be that the masculine is trying to get the feminine to do this and keeps planting the seed and then keeps destroying it. And so the thing that's destroying it, I think, is the, and we'll dig into this a little bit more, but I think I'm trying to think of the right word. Basically, like a dissonance, I guess. That's not quite the right word, but it's like there's some like illogical pieces to it that the counterpart is noticing, and they are struggling with those pieces, and they're not really hearing answers that are convincing to them. So we're going to get into that a little bit deeper, but right now, it's basically just things are not quite lining up for the other person. And so that's something that can be fixed, of course. So we're going to get into a little bit deeper what's actually going on here. Great, so what's going on in the 3D around this? So we're going to do the 3D, and then we're going to do behind the scenes. All right, so I'm getting a lot of really happy energy here. So we have kind of like this pink, orange, yellow energy across these 3 cards. Makes sense. These are some wand cards on the ends. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and the Knight of Wands. So what's happening here is that this masculine, he is understanding the connection, because you would not be getting the Lovers if it weren't for that. But the challenge is that he's looking at this from like it's like a very romantic connection for him. And he's not fully understanding the higher purpose of it. So, we've got a lot of passion here, kind of like rushing into it, wanting to get to the romance part, even some sexual energy I'm getting from that, in the sense that like they want to get to that physical part of it. And then, we have this Queen of Wands over here. It's like what I'm getting from this is that they are seeing some aspects of the spiritual connection, but it's like still a spark in their mind. And so they're really, I think the way the masculine is approaching this connection is they're really seeing it as like, this is the person that I want to be with. This is, there's this diamond here. This is the person that I want to marry. This is, this person's like a gem or like an apple of my eye. It's like they're not fully getting the layers. They're really looking at it from a more 3D perspective than the connection actually is. And so let's see what's going on behind the scenes with that. This may be what the feminine is seeing on the surface as well. They may be seeing that the masculine is, like just really passionate about them, or like coming at it from a romantic angle. They might also not be seeing this, because something that could be happening, especially if you're not in contact, it could be that this masculine is saying like, well, if I can't have that romance with this person, then what's the point? And so it could be like they're in a different relationship, so they don't want to connect without that romance. It could be that they have that attraction, but they don't want to connect they don't want to connect in the physical for whatever reason, whatever their issue is, and whatever their blocks are to having that love-focused relationship. It could be a lot of things. It could be that it could be that the feminine is in a relationship. So they're looking at this and saying like, well, I can't like ask her out on a date. So because of that, I'm going to just block the connection overall. So, it could be that they are experiencing this inside, but they're not acknowledging it in the physical because they don't want to acknowledge their feelings, basically, because when they look at the 3D situation, it's like, okay, how would this work? And so they don't want to acknowledge that connection on really any level because they can't acknowledge it on this physical, like, attraction, romantic, sexual level that is typical of a 3D relationship. And I think that's the most important thing, is like they're really looking at this relationship still from the 3D and not from the 5D. So what's going on behind the scenes with that? So we have the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Swords. Whew. Some challenging energy here. And the Tower. Yeah, okay. Yep. So I feel like this is really self-explanatory. What's actually going on here, it's really a trapping, it's a prison of their own mind on many levels. But yeah, I think that there's just a lot of pain here. For whatever reason, for this masculine to acknowledge the truth of this connection and what they, this is a road that they could be going down at some point if they were to open up their heart to this connection. And they don't want to go down that road because, for some reason, like, it could be anything. It could be like, it could just be that like they are looking at this as more of like a, romance or like 3D situation. It could be that they don't see a possibility of a 3D situation, and so they don't want any of it. But basically, they've put up a barrier, and that barrier or that block is what's blocking them from this acknowledgement as well. This barrier, so there's a couple. See, I'm looking at this. We've got 3 swords here. And we've also got an archer here. I was just looking at these like tattoos, which are really cool on these 2 characters. Yeah, I think that there's a connection here between heartbreak, which is the 3 of Swords card, and the Lovers. And it could be a heartbreak from the past between the masculine and the feminine. It can also just be a heartbreak in the masculine's past. And keep in mind that if this person is your twin soul, then every heartbreak that they've ever experienced really is going to be a block to your union. Any false beliefs that they're pulling forward from that heartbreak. And then with this Tower card, what I'm getting from this is that, so with this Tower, you see we've got the passion kind of lighting the storm. And then we've got these butterflies. And so this is about transformation. They're not really ready for this transformation. They're a little bit more like the chipmunk. They want this shelter to stay above them, to keep them safe. They want to cling to their current foundation. And to acknowledge this connection with you is going to tear down that foundation and transform that foundation as well. And it's not just going to be of the relationship. It could be the relationship, but the sense I'm getting is it's not just the relationship. It's actually going to tear down a lot of things in their life. And they understandably are not really ready for that, I don't think. Let's check out what's going on with the feminine around this. All right, so we have the feminine. We have the 10 of coins, putting that last coin in the jar. We have the devil. And we have the page of coins. All right, so, you know, right off the bat, what I'm actually seeing a mirror of this energy. And I'll leave these because I feel like this is an important. So there's a mirror of the energy in the sense that this was the wands, you know, kind of a passion energy, and then it had the lovers, and so now we have a counterpart card to the lovers, which is the devil. So for those who don't know and haven't studied tarot, these two characters that are on the devil card are actually the lovers. They carry forward. And so you can see that on a typical tarot deck. Now these are two different tarot decks, so you're not gonna be able to see that as easily. But you can see like right here, you've got the little, you know, the two lovers, but they're in chains at this point. So these two counterpart cards, and then we've got the masculine in the passion for this relationship. But as I said, it was a very 3D passion, in the sense that they were really looking at the romance, the sex, the physical connection, the even the 3D commitment of it. So like marriage, engagement, boyfriend, girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to say. This is not gender specific, but they're really looking at this 3D aspect. We have the same thing on the feminine side. So we have these coins, page and the 10 of coins. And this is a very grounded energy as well. Coins are, you know, of the earth. It's material wealth. What's going on here is that the feminine, she has a foundation that it's like the foundation of, she has a foundation that is kind of set already, and it's like the masculine is going to come in and mess up this foundation. She's seeing him as like it's kind of like a wrench in her plans is what I'm getting. And she's already got all this goodness in her life. So we had the destroyer up here and the seed, and it could be that she's not acknowledging the connection and she keeps, or it could even be that she has acknowledged the connection and keeps kind of going back on that. But it's like she's not acknowledging the connection because she sees him as a wrench in her plans. And if she acknowledges that connection, then this starts to unwind. What I've got here is that she has been collecting her coins. She's got the last piece that she's trying to put in the bank. And this is what she considers her material fulfillment. And this isn't about money, just to be clear. This could be about anything in the physical. It could be about a job opportunity, a home that she's living in, a partner that she has. It could be about, you know, other people in her life, her children, her parents, every part of her foundation, her friendships, anything she's building. So this is what she's trying to do, is put this last coin in. Now what's happening here though, so we have a couple things. So one, there's a coin here that the devil is holding. So she sees this coin and this other opportunity to fill, you know, but the thing is, she knows that if she takes this coin from the devil, he's going to rob her of these other 9 coins. So she's going to be starting at 1. Now, here's the thing, is that we've got this page of coins, and this page of coins, this is her inner child. You can see here we've got the, you know, the kind of Bambi character. So this is like a young deer, and there's a butterfly again for transformation. this inner child is holding this last coin. And the coin, it's what's in her heart is really what it is. And she's going to have to go back to childhood to look at what that is. Now, what this is, it could be this coin that she's already holding that coin as an adult. Could be that. Or it could be this coin, which is the wrench. And so she's really experiencing where she doesn't quite know what this is. And she's really going to have to go back and look and find out, what is this last piece? And is she going to, is it going to be like she has to start over? Or is it going to be like she's going to put the last piece in place? Now, take this as it resonates for the situation, because this could be about just about anything. Could be about a job opportunity. It could be like maybe she's choosing between, two jobs. It could be that she's choosing between a job and a person. It could be that she's choosing between two people. It could be that she's choosing between one of her core values and a person. It could be all sorts of stuff. So take it as it resonates for your situation. Let's go a little deeper with her and go behind the scenes. What does she know that she doesn't want to tell either herself or her counterpart? So here we've got the Hermit, the Sun, and the Four of Wands. Yeah. What I'm getting here, she knows that this is her foundation is kind of the problem. So here, I'm going to kind of keep these lined up. I don't always do that, but I did it on this side too. So I feel like it's fitting on this side. So this coin that's with her inner child, she knows it's the foundation. And this card, the Four of Wands, is considered a twin soul card. So it's considered kind of a union card. And the reason why is because the Four Wands make an 11-11. And then this card in traditional tarot, it's actually about foundation, security, home life, happiness. And it's always, it's pretty much always depicting a wedding. Four as well in tarot is about foundation, security, and truth. And so this coin is the twin soul relationship for her. And she knows that that's her last coin. Now, we have this, the Sun. There's some part of her that knows that this wrench that's coming along, yes, it's going to throw her into a challenging time, but it's leading her, it's going to lead her ultimately to her happiness. However, she already feels happy. She doesn't know. It's like she has happiness already. She doesn't know if she wants to trade it for this other happiness. And it's hard for her to know, like, which one is more, like it's hard to rank happiness, I guess. Like, you're kind of either happy or not. It's rare that it's like, oh, I'm more happy than I was. And that more is like a permanent thing for me. So then we have this Hermit, and what I'm getting is that this person is the same as this person. And they are both like holding something gold. So like the imagery is pretty similar. Their faces look pretty similar. What's going on here is that, this is like actually a great sense of peace. So she's kind of doing this on her own behind the scenes. But she has a lot of peace here, and it's like she knows she can't stay here forever, but there's a tranquility here of kind of doing her own thing, pulling away right now. There's a peace to that, and she's feeling that peace, and so she's not, it's like she's not wanting to fully acknowledge that things aren't quite what she wants or might not quite be what she wants, because then there's an unraveling there. All right, so we are going to go into the semi-personal. I'm actually going to pull a couple final guidance cards for those who are not going into that with us. But in the semi-personal, I just want to share what we are going to be discussing. We're going to be talking about the hidden aspects of the situation, what's going on behind the scenes, subconsciously on both sides. So we did kind of a behind the scenes consciously, but this is going to be what's going on behind the scenes subconsciously, and stuff that you can't see, even for yourself. So if you're the feminine, you know what's going on behind the scenes for you. We're also going to talk about what does each party want from the other? What does each party feel is missing? What the block is for each party, what they're not communicating about that block, and then healing the block. And then we'll pull some guidance as well for that. So for those of you not going on though, let me pull some guidance about this. All right, I'm gonna get these out of the way. Pull some guidance really quickly. All right, so on the masculine side, ooh, 3 cards came out. Okay, so on the masculine side, we have use loving strength and discernment, focus on God's love, with God all things are possible. So what this is trying to tell the masculine is that it's really important to believe in a miracle here, because the reason that they are not going for this is because they don't see how it's going to work out in the physical. Use loving strength. So that's what these two mean. This deck uses the word God. When they say God, you can replace this with your higher power, the universe, whoever else you want. This card, we have use loving strength and discernment. I'm not trying to win the approval of people. If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. I think there is some societal expectation tied up in this. So this is someone who, who is worried about interfering, either, interfering with their own relationship or, career, whatever situation, or worried about interfering with someone else's relationship. And the truth is that only your creator can judge you, is what this is trying to tell you. And believe in the miracles that your higher power can offer you, whether that's the universe, God, source, spirit, whoever you consider your higher power. All right, let's pull for the feminine. We have follow the path that's right for you, become still so you may hear God, and the gift of love and light. This card is all about going back to this page of coins, and the page of coins, again, it's what is in your heart, feminine, because that's where your happiness truly lies. Follow the path that's right for you. God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. This is about following what's in your heart, and you have to discover that first, but knowing that that's a safe path for you to follow. With the gift of love and light, no one lights a lamp and then covers it with a bowl or hides it under a bed. A lamp is placed on a stand where its light can be seen by all who enter the house. I feel like that message is perfect and standalone. And I think it makes a lot of sense. The feminine needs to acknowledge the side of herself that she has not acknowledged thus far. There's a lot of peace in her life, but there's something that she's not acknowledging that's holding her back. All right, so that's all for this reading. The reading is complete. If you want to continue and go on to the semi-personal reading for this, and remember, please go on to that only if this is tapping into your current situation's energy, if you want to go deeper. So again, we're going to do hidden aspects of the situation, what's going on behind the scenes for each counterpart. What does each counterpart want from the other? What do they feel like is missing? What's the block? what are they not communicating about the block, and how can they heal the block. And then we'll do how to move forward and final guidance. If you want to get that semi-personal reading, make sure you go to cardreadingqueen.com/2020 readings. There is a bundle of situational readings. Some are already posted and many more to come. There will be at least 50 of those throughout the year of 2020. So make sure you check that out. It's very affordable. There's the bundle price, and then which alone is very affordable. You're paying, basically less than $2 per reading. And then if you want, or if you need, you can also do the payment plan. And so that is also extremely affordable. You could get started today if it's something that you want. There's really, both plans are affordable to the point where there's really no reason not to do it if it's something you really want to do, because it's affordable enough, and you shouldn't really have an issue finding the funds to do it if it's something that's really calling to you and if you want it. So that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.